Congratulations on your marriage. So ran the headline of an interesting piece seemingly out of a newspaper that has intrigued Japanese people on the internet for many years now. It's often shared on image boards and anonymous bulletin boards because, while it looks fairly ordinary at first glance, once you read it, it becomes a whole lot funnier. And for years, people have been wondering who did it. So, let's take a look. First, let's translate it. The piece is a little celebratory article congratulating Shinji-kun and Yoko-san on their marriage. "We love you," it says. "Even if you forget our faces or names, you'll never forget our bodies." This is then followed by a list of 8 different women's names, as well as "and 7 others." So, 15 women in total, apparently congratulating Shinji-kun on his wedding. I doubt it needs to be said, but the congratulations have had many laughing over the years because of the insinuation that Shinji-kun was a massive playboy, so beloved by his ladies that they took out an ad in a newspaper to congratulate and perhaps taunt him. Of course, whether this personal advertisement was actually real or not has long been the subject of debate. Personals like this do exist in Japanese newspapers, so that alone doesn't rule it out. If you want to pay money to occupy a small space in a newspaper, congratulating someone on something, you can. But where did it come from? How did it get on the internet? Is there absolutely anything out there that hints at its origins? According to one old image board, this personal ad apparently appeared in a magazine called Vow. People would send in their funny photos to the magazine, which they would then publish. This could include funny signs seen in public, interesting letters posted to telephone poles, and that sort of thing. So, if it really was printed in Vow magazine, then that means the chances of it being real, or at least existing, are quite high. It means that someone likely saw it in their local newspaper, took a photo, and then sent it into the magazine because it was so funny. Now, the image board mentioned that they saw it long ago. Being that the date on the post was from 2010, we can assume early or pre-2000s. So, probably 20 to 30 years ago now. That makes it incredibly difficult to even attempt to track down. Where do you even begin? Well, further comments in the thread included the apparent full names of the happy couple. Shinji-kun was apparently Sekine Shinji, and if you look up his name, you'll find something very interesting. It turns out that one Sekine Shinji runs a company called Quest that focuses on advertising, market research, websites, online commerce, and other such similar matters. When you check the profile page for the man in charge on the Quest website, an interesting little tidbit is listed in the April 1995 section. "I got married. I took out a 3-line advertisement titled, 'Congratulations on your wedding.' It caused quite a stir and featured in various magazines and blogs after that." And so, it seems, the mystery has been solved. It turned out that the person who took out the personal ad was, in fact, the husband all along, and he did it just for a laugh. It actually was real. Although, whether Shinji-kun really was a playboy or just wanted people to think he had mad game is still up for debate. Still, it's certainly an interesting and unique way to celebrate your wedding, and it still has people talking about it nearly 30 years later. Impressive. The man himself is still active on various social media today as well, and apparently now has a large happy family with several children. Congratulations indeed. But what did you guys think of this one? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.